This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash.
Yay!
How about that?
Have you here. And big congratulations going out to Charlie Woods.
Charlie Woods.
14-year-old Charlie Woods. He just recently won the Nota Begay III Junior Golf Tournament here in Orlando.
Is he the son of Tiger Woods?
There you go. That's why we're announcing that.
Okay.
Can you imagine that when your dad is Tiger Woods and you're in a golf tournament?
And he's your caddy.
Yeah. And Tiger Woods, your dad is your caddy. Who's your caddy? Well, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is now 47 years old. And Matt, maybe you can help me out with this. Tell me if this sounds good.
Yeah.
Because I really don't know golf all that well. He opened up with a 71. He had back-to-back birdies.
That's
Yeah,
really
that's
good,
good.
considering he's like 14 years old.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Back-to-back birdies, you
Back
say.
to back.
The good thing is, I mean, at least
So did Tiger.
Charlie's kind of going in his father's footsteps.
Yeah.
Unlike Michael Jordan's sons, who faded out in college and
Quickly, too,
Yeah,
right?
but Charlie is really good.
And he's young, at 14. I mean,
Yeah.
that is saying something. And, when your dad, like I said, is Tiger, who started off on the Mike Douglas show at 5 years old, being able to do all this incredible
with
golfing
his dad.
and having all of that, you kind of leading yourself into that.
I think it's got to be hard for Tiger in some ways he's still golfing, but to be in that position of being the star golfer all of your life and then trying to figure out, and I think this is the way for all athletes, trying to figure out how to transition into a different role in life, because all of a sudden you're no longer the star player on the field. You've got to find a new role. So maybe, helping his son along will be the way he can continue to stay in the game.
That would be something to see, wouldn't it? And I know that he growing up, the relationship with his father, I know his
It was
dad,
horrible.
Wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was. If you watch the one documentary on it, it was not a good growing up. So Tiger and Tiger was kind of forced into this early retirement because of the injuries and everything else that went on with his life. So he kind of had to find an outlet to keep being involved in the game, but giving back to it.
I think it's great. Like, what if Charlie goes, I want to play basketball, Dad. That would be interesting to see him showing up. Like, well, let's learn how to play basketball. Yeah. I'll get my friend Michael to come down and show you how to do it.
It's like Tom Brady's kids. Like his son doesn't want to play football, but he does want to play basketball. So
be a model, son.
Exactly.
Talk to your mom.
Exactly.
I love that.
Well, fall has just started, but it's not too soon to look ahead to winter, especially since this one may feel much different than recent years, all because of El Nino.
El Nino.
This winter will be the first in a few years that we might experience the effects of El Nino. It can have a major impact on the weather during the coldest months of the year. The El Nino phase occurs when ocean temps are warmer than normal for an extended stretch of time. This year's El Nino began in June, and it is expected to last until early next spring. El Nino's cooler counterpart, La Nina, played a huge role in the past 3 winters across the U.S., keeping the South dry, while parts of the West received a lot of much-needed snow.
Reminding us that it's cyclical, the weather is.
It
and I
is.
think El Nino kind of, when it comes back around, because I think the biggest was back in the 90s.
Yes.
Because you didn't never really hear them say El Nino that much until around that time. And it was also, more of the time when people became more conscious about global warming, and so it kind of came to light that way. But we forget this is what happens. This goes on and on.
It's Mother Nature,
It's
like
Mother
you
Nature,
said.
yeah. And it frustrates me that people are like freaking out about it.
Yeah.
We should do something to make sure that we're taking care of the environment that we have,
Absolutely.
but also prepare for it. To say, hey, El Nino is going to be coming around, so let's get ready for that.
Right, but I think the Earth and the universe has a way of sort of rotating itself and doing its own thing that we really don't have much control over. But we can control other things that, plastics and recycling and, really being careful and respectful of the environment.
It's something we definitely all need to do as human citizens
Yeah.
and world citizens. A flock of sheep found their way into a greenhouse in Greece, and they ate more than 600 pounds of the hippie lettuce, talking about marijuana.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, here's what happened. The owner of the greenhouse said that the crop had already been damaged by heat and recent floods when the flock of sheep managed to enter the greenhouse. And then they just pretty much, took over, and then all of a sudden they started wanting to call old girlfriends up. His estimated sheep munched more than 600 pounds of the cannabis. Sheep were feeling higher than their goat friends. They could jump after eating the medical greenery, is what he had said. If you want to know, Greece legalized medical marijuana in 2017. And if you're high and watch Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta, well, that's a Friday.